Good morning. So I'm going to show you really quick the future of dashboard creation and actually utilizing the tools that we have for managing, let's say, something that I have for home instead of work today. So I'm going to go through this. What this is Google Stitch. So you can create a quick dashboard or a UI, which you can then put into ChatGPT, which will create an HTML dashboard for you, which is pretty. The reason for doing it this way is that it will help you to create something aesthetically pleasing. So I'm going to create a quick dashboard that is simple to track my home tasks. I want this dashboard to be HTML. I want to have several different functions which will allow me to filter. I want to have a setup where I have a table with some simple headers such as, let's say, date, task, and notes. So this is just going to be really super simple. And then I'm just going to press generate. So what it's going to do now is Google Stitch will generate a UI that will be HTML. Should be pretty. But let's still waiting. Okay, it's creating it. And then I'm going to copy this because this is important. Just taking its little time. And I'm going to open ChatGPT while it's taking its time. So here, and what I want to do is, again, I want to create a quick dashboard that is simple to track home tasks. I want the dashboard to be HTML. I want it to have several different functions, which will allow me to filter and view these types of things. And then here we go. We have my tasks. It's a quick, easy dashboard. I'm going to copy this here. Take a screenshot like this here. That's all I need to do. Boom. And then I'm going to upload this dashboard to here. So I'm going to add downloads, desktop, screen, okay. So we have this. So I'm going to create this dashboard. Just needs to be HTML and it should work as well. So there, I'm going to create this dashboard within ChatGPT. And you could do this in Claude, you can do this in Gemini, you can do this in various different types of applications that have an LLM, and most of them do it very similar. We'll see what it actually gives us, which would be very interesting. Still haven't finished my coffee. I'm just waiting for it. Okay, so it's going to create this dashboard for us. The cool thing is that we have a dashboard and we have a Excel or CSV document. So there's two things we need. We need a CSV document and we need a dashboard. So we're going to populate the CSV document with the data from the dashboard. So you remember what we just saw. I'll let it go back. We're going to have on the CSV, we're going to have date, task, status, notes. be in the CSV, which will populate this dashboard, and that's the idea. It complete itself may take a bit because it's not a very simple design, but it's pretty, right? Should be very easy to utilize. And the cool thing is we can add to the design. So we can say, okay, well, instead of just this, we want to have projects in here. We want a calendar view. We want something else. And we can do all that in here. And we can add to the HTML. But let's just start with what we have now. So yeah, and I can cut this as we go along. Yeah, and it's just creating the dashboard now. This is the contents. Give us a preview of this dashboard. Inside Claude, it would do this and it would be called an artifact. So we have something, says it's created it. So we're going to preview this. And yeah, it's pretty clean. So we have all to do, in progress, and done. So it's a simple version of that. We can add a task, which is cool. And then we can export and clear. So this is a nice start. And then what we can do is we can go back here and just copy this. Actually, we can just download it. The cool thing about an HTML dashboard is download it. So it should be in download. So I'll put it here and I will just open it. You can just open it. So now we actually have a dashboard that's usable. We can change it. We can click into it. We can export and we can clear. So then the next step would be to create an Excel document, which we already have. So date, task, status, notes. Use this, clean the kitchen, mow the lawn, etc. So this is all we need. We don't need like another file. Create a dashboard. We don't need a program. We don't need Salesforce. We don't need XYZ. We have what we wanted and we just created it. So here, this is another example of something that I created. So I'm going to go here to ChatGPT. Here. Okay. This is ChatGPT and we're going to check this out. Here. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is create a CSV document to download, which will have the appropriate headers to retain the data from the dashboard. And it's going to create a CSV document to retain the data that we're going to push to the dashboard. The reason we're doing this is because CSV document is smaller and easier to push data to than HTML. And it will be easier to hold data, like more data, for a longer period of time. The biggest thing about all this is we need to be able to, so this is a blank CSV document, this is what we need. So we're downloading this document. It's taking way longer than I had expected. Which is irritating. I wanted the one okay, finally downloaded. Home task template. So I'm going to open it. And basically what it looks like now is here. So we can see it here. Wait, no, home task template looks like here. I'm going to open it, pull it over here. There we go. So this is what it looks like. Date, task, status, notes. That's it. So I'm going to take this and then I'm going to put it on my desktop. So home task template. This is on my desktop. And then the other thing is, okay, I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it on my desktop. So here is it. Oh yeah, I'm going to here. Okay. This is just an example of what we can do. It doesn't necessarily need to be in Claude. There are other ways to do this, but for me right now, this is the best way to do it. So I'm going to go to my chat history and I'm just going to create a new chat. I'm going to get rid of this. So I did a lot of testing. And then I'm going to say, can you update this with system connector for Claude with some tasks for me. I want to make sure that I contact the handyman today. I also need to contact the doctor today to ask him when my appointment is. Also, what else do I need to do? There's a lot I need to do. To prep for dinner, and I also need to for sure exercise today. Please put them in the CSV document. Add more later. Should be open for now. So anyway, it's continuing on to gather the information to add to the CSV, and we're going to see. So it's reading the file that we have, that I showed it. Now it's going to add the information to the file. So it's doing that. And now it's added that information to the file. So then we're done. I'm going to open the file and show you. I'm going to pull it over here. And the file has been populated. Now the next step is to add this information. And the cool thing about this is this information will accumulate over time. And that's what we want. We want to have this easily updatable and to accumulate over time. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Claude again to, actually, we're going to go to this here. Where is it? There should be, well, I don't see it. Hold on. There should be here. I'm moving it over to a different screen. House CSV, ACF. We have a screenshot here. Where is, well, maybe I didn't download it yet here. So I'm going to go here. There it is. Home task dashboard. So I should have put this here. So here. And then what I'm going to do is take this. I'm going to go to Claude again. Claude. And then I'm going to say, can you now populate information from the CSV document into the HTML dashboard. And then what I need to do during the day is just, I need to add stuff to the CSV document. But I'm going to do this first through the file system. And this is just to make sure it doesn't like create something new. So then I'm going to do that and see if it understands me. And basically through this interface, I have been adding information and taking information out, reading the CSV and adding the information that I need to the HTML dashboard. Now it's going to update the HTML dashboard, and we're going to see sometimes what it does is it decides to get more difficult and it's doing something. Which may be funky. Again with the full path. So it failed. It failed to do it twice. So it's listing the directories. So it's getting the info. It's taking longer than expected. And this is why I said almost. So it's editing the file finally. But we have to wait to see if it actually does it correctly. And this is the reality, is that it works. Okay. So it did it. So let's just check the HTML dashboard. I'm going to check here. I had put an HTML dashboard. And there it is. It's been updated. So contact handyman, contact doctor for appointment, prep dinner, and exercise. The cool thing about this is it will update as you go. So as I go, I'll continue to update the actual CSV file. And then at the very end, I can see everything that I want in the HTML dashboard. So again, a little bit tiny clunky, but at the same time, you can do a ton, and then you can export it. So it does export. So yeah, it works. And as you see, it was completed. So yeah, this is Micah from Anyone Can Fundraise. We took a while to do this. I'm going to cut it up and make it clean. But this is the future, I believe. There's a better way to do it, like a more efficient way to do it. But yeah. And the data will be saved locally in the browser, which is cool. Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.